All right, welcome to Crypto Sports FC, and I wanted to report on this because I think it's quite interesting to see. As you know, we're going through the fan token world. We're seeing everything going on. We're seeing teams sign with Binance. We're seeing organizations and leagues signing with Coinbase as well at Crypto.com. We're seeing all these organizations come into it. And if you look at this, so this is person Azarovich, Chile's. His name's Nicolas, and he's from, I believe, from France. He posts his French content regarding Chile's. Be sure to follow him. He has a lot of great content. But he actually reported on this, and it's in French. I can translate it for you because I do speak, understand French. But also that we have this translation here as well. So what is being said is 225,000 participants for the launch of Lazio on Binance, 29,000 participants for the launch of Flamengo on Socios. It should be understood that despite the rapid development of Socios.com, we are still only at the beginning of the adventure. Chile's, okay? So now a lot of people are probably going to look at this and say, wow, this is like literally 10x of the Flamengo launch at Socios. That means Binance, they're crushing it, right? They're crushing Socios. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts and my perspectives on this. And hopefully, maybe if someone from Binance or Socios are watching, maybe you can kind of get a gauge as well. Maybe the thoughts of just a regular consumer or whoever we are. So I'm going to read one of the comments. I found this is really interesting. Matias, another person who's very active. Why so many more participants at Lazio? And he, M.A. Mario, also a great creator as well. He said, because it's Binance, that's why that will help fan tokens to reach the masses. Now, a lot more people, now a lot more know that something like fan token exists, and definitely not only football fans. Okay, hashtag Socios. So obviously we're all Socios fans. Okay, so let's just hope that Chile's will always remain number one in this sector. They have the cards to remain in hand. The cards in hand to remain number one. Okay, so very interesting to see. Now I'm gonna give my thoughts as to why the Binance launch just did so much better than Flamengo launch. Now the first one I'm gonna say is simply because it's Binance. Binance have more people. They have more volume. Binance have more traders as well. So, and it's their first launch as well. So you would expect it to be a big launch, of course, because Binance they're huge, right? Now Lazio aren't the biggest team in the world. Like they're I believe they're in the Europa League, if I'm correct, or maybe the Conference League. You guys can let me know. But they're not like a world like super power team, right? They're not Barcelona, they're not Real Madrid, they're not Liverpool, they're not Manchester City or PSG at the moment, right? So they're not that team, right? And yet they got 225,000. So you have to think about it. Like who do you think is consuming? Who do you think is actually going to be getting these fan tokens? Like, do you think the fans? Yes, the fans will probably be getting the fan tokens. There's going to be a lot of fans that are probably going to get it. But you'd probably think that majority of them are probably traders, people who are looking to flip it, people who are looking to hold, right? So you have to also think about that as well. And that's where the next comment, I'm going to translate for you guys what the guy said. So he's saying it's not the same consumer. The real fans are for Flamengo, whereas the speculators are for the fan tokens of Lazio. So if you think about that, it's very true. In terms of that, now he's saying don't underestimate the number of speculators on the Socios as well regarding them. So he's saying that there's also a lot of people that are also traders as well. So I kind of agree with this one though a little bit, because a lot of the people that with the Binance fan tokens Binance fan tokens are probably traders. Now there's probably a lot of Flamengo traders as well. However, I did also remember Alexander Dreyfus mentioning that there was a big wave of Brazilian fans that did come in, and they did buy, but they weren't traders at all, right? They were just getting one token, 2 tokens. Like they're spending at $2, $4, right? They were spending just for a certain token because that's their team, right? And when you have a fan token, you can participate in polls. You can participate in certain things as well. Like you just need one fan token, right? So that is a big draw, and a lot of Brazilians probably came in from that thing as well. So now another thing as well is Lazio are a European team. So a lot of people might have a little bit more of a draw. They may think, okay, this will be a better hold in the future. And Flamengo are in the Brazilian league. Now, I think I mentioned this before. The Brazilian league is a relatively big league, and it will definitely hold value for fans in Brazil. Now, a lot of people may think, oh, it's Flamengo, it's a Brazilian league, like there's no value in this. A lot of traders may have that mentality. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm just thinking maybe that could be it. I don't work for any of these, any of them, so I'm just giving very unbiased opinion. But that could be a factor as well. So maybe a lot of people gravitated towards Lazio. Now, I just found this really interesting to see because this is showing the potential of fan tokens. We're seeing sports is coming back in North America. Baseball is actually just ending, so we could see the next year in the spring, the baseball world, the MLB could also change as well. The NFL is also, I believe they actually also just started. They're going to approach the playoffs relatively soon, maybe in the next month or two. So we're going to see some changes as the offseason comes. When the offseason comes, that's when all these partnerships come in. And then when the season opens, we see the partnerships come to fruition, come to action. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Obviously, Socios is a different type of app as well. So the ecosystem's completely different. You go on the Socios app, you're getting a complete different experience to Binance. Binance is like specifically, if you go on Binance, okay, you're looking at different coins, you're looking at this, you're looking at that. Whereas on Socios, it's more of a fan token app. It's specifically a fan token app. So, which is why I actually did say I think right now what Socios are going to be doing, because I think they've signed with almost 100 teams now, and there's a whole bunch that have been unannounced. So what I think they might be doing is, I think they might just be really trying to plan and try to figure out how they can spread towards the North American market and other markets, because they have a very loyal fan base in Turkey, even in Italy, maybe you can say England as well, Spain, they signed La Liga as well. We don't know what that partnership is going to entail, but those are big partnerships regardless. So we're still trying to understand what all this means. But I do think that's what they're trying to do, spread their word, spread the name, right? And I think all these people are trying to do that. And for Socios, again, this is just my thought. I think the best thing for Socios to do is really educate people on it. Word of mouth is I think one of the number one things, because there's a lot of people that don't know about it. I've been telling my friends about it, sports fans, and I have to explain to them what it really is. Once they understand, yo, this is dope, this is amazing, right? When you tell people oh, it's just to get coins and stuff like that and flip it, that's different. But if you tell an actual fan what it's about, then you'll see the influx of, as an example, the Brazilian fans that buy 1 to 2 fan tokens. And you may think, oh, that's just 1 fan to 2 fan tokens, so this is not going to go up. But these are loyal fans. Fans are different, right? Fans will spend the money to go to their teams. If you watch the playoffs, right, whether it's the NHL, whether it's the NBA, right, if you watch I want you to watch an NHL game, right? Watch a Leafs game, on a Toronto Maple Leafs game. You'll see the fans, they will have the jerseys. They will be wearing jerseys, and jerseys aren't cheap. Jerseys are usually range from $100 to $200, right? Even myself, I have an SC Barcelona jersey, which I need to get a new one because unfortunately when I was in Barcelona, it got put in the wash, and one day I still have it, and I also have a Whitecaps jersey, and these aren't cheap. These are all, one of them was €100 or 100 something euros. The other one is also $100, right? So these aren't cheap. So fans will spend the money towards it, and games aren't cheap either, right? So fans will spend the money for their teams. It's just a matter of educating people about what these things are, and that's for the Socios thing. And Binance, this is also gonna be big too, because people are gonna be aware about it, right? Even myself, I wasn't aware of fan tokens until the PSG fan token took off. That's how late I was. I was late to it. So some of you have known it for a while, and that's why I'm saying that the education does need to be there. I think it's great that we're getting to that point, and I think we're slowly getting to that point where people are gonna slowly start to understand it. And that's where Socios comes in, right? They say specifically, we are here for fan engagement. We're not here for traders. We're not here for flipping this. We're here for fan engagement specifically, and I think that's why they in the long term they will win. like at least in their department, they will end up doing really well. What I think could be really like could really affect them, of course, is if maybe a team signs with one of these other teams, like if it's a different type of launch. Simply because I don't think Binance is gonna do anything with the Lazio fan token. They might, like, I don't know what they're gonna do, but from what I'm seeing, it seems like it's mainly just a way for people to, to flip or trade. Then again, it could be a different project, right? So we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts on this. I think this is a really good discussion to have. This is something I've been thinking about as well. And yeah, so thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you see any type of content or news or anything that you just discover, let me know. Tag me. I've had someone tag me in one of the other posts as well, so shout out to him. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.